Let's test it by cutting part of the soy out of your diet. Well, then you're not testing cutting all the soy out of your diet, are you? That fucking tard is so wrong, is so wildly unqualified to be president. Oh my God. He does not get that you can't always split babies in half, right? You can't just say, well, let's not do your plan, but do some other bullshit and call it a test. No, the idea that the only thing you can ever do is stuff that's been proven before to have worked is so dumb. I mean, what a big dummy. The only kind of evidence is past examples. Why is this guy talking about debate? He doesn't know anything about argumentation, rhetoric, debate, logic, reason, or anything. He's completely got his head up his ass. I had a feeling right at the beginning that wasn't going to go well. I didn't have a feeling before the beginning that it wasn't going to go well, but I had a feeling as soon as it started that it wasn't going to go well. I could tell that guy was a joker, you know, like he's got these ridiculous progressive kind of vagaries that he thinks are policy matters. He wants to start an atheist church that builds low income housing for people. Well, that's fine. If you want nonprofits doing charitable stuff is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's no reason to believe low income housing is the best thing they can possibly do for a population, which he claimed. You know, there's lots of things you could do for people who are poor. The number one best thing you could do is give them direct cash monies, because then you don't end up with situations where you've incentivized their poverty or created this artificially preserved kind of rent control situation. It's ridiculous. Obviously, the solution to housing problems is build more housing. If we allow property values to just go up and do what they will, and we allow rents to rise, the market will respond by building a bunch of new housing and stuff. Because they're looking at those numbers and saying, wow, we're going to get this much rent, you know? Of course, the outcome of building all that new housing is the rent goes down. That's called the free market at work. Interfering with things that unavoidably are going to require means testing, regardless of what he says. He's not going to rent out all the low-income housing to rich people who have houses other places, but who want a second pad. If he is, then he's not doing what he's wanting to do. Right? And giving the IRS more money so they can go after rich people more. The problem he doesn't get is that rich people aren't not paying taxes illegally. They are correctly applying their wealth to pay tax professionals to find ways that they don't have to pay taxes. That's an unavoidable consequence of a progressive tax code that stretches 14,000 pages long, because progressive tax codes require means testing and exemptions and all kinds of other shit. And then people like that guy try to do public policy via tax policy, right? A tax code. Like, oh, I don't like oil companies, so let's make oil, let's give tax incentives to people who do green energy. Then oil companies do green energy and they go, these oil companies are taking advantage of tax loopholes. Hey, loopholes. They're written by people like that guy. That's why the tax code's like it is. That guy and many people like him have written rules into the tax code to prioritize what they personally prefer politically, even though that's wildly inappropriate. And what happens, you know? Obviously, you have an incredibly fucked up American system where, like, people who make a lot of money as employees pay shit tons of taxes, like NFL players, NBA players, whatever. People who make a lot of money in other ways as employers or as corporations or as investors, they're much more effective at getting out of paying any taxes, right? Why? Why should employees have to pay more taxes than employers, independent contractors, and or investors? Why? It's horrible, right? Who ends up getting fucked every time with all this progressive taxation shit? The poor, not the rich. Funding the IRS more is not going to change that because the IRS has to go by the tax code, and the tax code allows people to do a multiplicity of things to avoid paying taxes. Why? Because it keeps trying to adjust more, and it just keeps getting more and more fucked up, right? That's the nature of progressive tax code. It's fundamentally unfair because you're taxing people differently, even though they're equal members of society. Only fair taxation is a flat tax, and the best kind of flat tax we could have in America would be a flat federal sales tax, substantial enough to replace the current amount of revenue. And then we have a genuinely progressive tax because rich people spend a lot more money, they're going to pay a lot more in taxes. So, I mean, these things, that guy has no business having POTUS aspirations whatsoever. You know, he can't even figure out that you can't partially test a totality of a solution. When the engine is the lack of availability elsewhere that makes the whole thing work, you can't test it by retaining availability elsewhere, obviously. So, you know, I'm glad I got to talk to the guy. He needed my foot up his ass so badly, and I'm pleased to say he got it. He must think he's got something going on or something, but he's just completely full of shit. It's the worst case scenario. Somebody who's totally wrong, thinks they're smart or something, and are actually an idiot. There. I took him down with ideas. Plenty. He didn't want to deal with my points, right? He made the claim that evidence is all past examples. I pointed out that it's definitely not, and that you should never do anything that hadn't been tested before, which would eliminate the possibility of doing any new idea. And I used Homeless Town as an example. He missed the point that the SCOTUS decision defines how we ought to deal with that problem for us. We have to operate under that frame of reference. He doesn't even know about the SCOTUS decision, yet he's pontificating about homelessness as though he's qualified to talk about it, right? I point out, he says that we shouldn't ever do any idea without testing it a little bit first. That's not the way the federal government works at all. Congress passes a bill or legislation, they're not going to revisit the issue later. They're not going to pass a half-assed, like, let's test it first bill and then come back later and pass a real bill. That's not the way Congress works. It's not the way the legislature works, and it's not the way it should work. You know, it's like, if you want to solve the homelessness problem, do my advocacy, do my plan. If you have anything other than, yes, Eric, that advocacy is brilliant and the best thing I've ever heard on the topic of homelessness, you are lying to yourself, being a hater, or just fucking dumb. I had to shout because he wasn't listening to me, right? I told him, wait, let me tell you what you cannot test. And he said, no, you can test everything. No, you can't test what? You can't test what? You can't test a totalizing solution partially and see if the totalizing solution works, right? Because the engine of Homeless Town is that only the federal government will provide homeless services and no municipalities will provide any. You cannot test that partially, right? He misses the whole engine and idea of the advocacy, and why it's such a brilliant advocacy, because it will actually solve the problem. He doesn't even give a fuck. He's too busy saying, no, you can never implement any policy advocacy without testing some partial half-assed version of it first, which is completely insane. In fact, the reality is you can never pass any legislation without avoiding what he just said, testing partially at first. There can't be any nice debates around him because he's stupid. I mean, he's not engaging with what I'm saying at all, right? I'm engaging with what he's saying. I'm responding to it on point, and he's ignoring what I'm saying. That was dumb to just end it, though. I mean, the point is, I was responsive to his words when he said, you know, correlation that's determinate. Correlations aren't determinate on things. They're correlations, therefore they can't be determinate. And he didn't even care that he was using words wrong. But it proves that I was listening to what he's saying until that one part where we were just shouting over each other, which, you know, he needed to hear the answer to what he had already said before he moved on to saying something else. What he had already said was that there's nothing you can't test partially. And I had the answer to it, and he needed to hear it, right? Because I was being responsive to what he was saying. Meanwhile, he was not responding to what I was saying at all. He was avoiding everything I was saying. He was trying to say that the Supreme Court decision on homelessness was not relevant to the conversation because he was merely having a general conversation about how everything has to have worked before for us to do it, even though my specific example was exactly cogent to that specific topic, and therefore what I was saying was definitely relevant, right? So the guy does not know what he's doing at all. He is not a smart person and does not know anything about rhetoric, logic, policy, correctness, truth, or anything of the sort. I'm horribly disappointed in him, not in the experience. I had high hopes when his mom spoke highly of him. He just turned out to be another moron. Okay, not a moron, a halfwit. Halfwit is a better term for him. Oh no, the conversation didn't make me uncomfortable. It made him uncomfortable because I whooped his ass. Because why? He's wrong. So his ass needs to get whooped. He's wrong about important shit too. And he thinks he should be president. So he needs to my foot up his ass more than anything in the world. He says you said he was a debater. He never debated around in his life. He doesn't know anything about debate at all. Which is probably why he was so hesitant to have this conversation. You can tell right from the beginning he was like, I don't want to be here. You know? Midwit. Okay, you think midwit's better than halfwit? Dimmy-wit. He's a dimmy-wit. Look, T-Jump, if you ever watch this video, you need to learn a lot before you start positioning yourself as a pundit, let alone a viable candidate for president. We don't need another idiot in office. I hate it when people ignore what I'm saying and just pretend as though it doesn't matter. I made multiple points that were absolutely winning points that were determinant on the question at hand, and he just walked right past them, acknowledged nothing, and ignored them. Such ne'er-do-wells need an ass kicking badly, and I'm glad I was able to provide it for them. That sort of behavior is unacceptable. If I make a point, you listen, hear the point, and go, okay, yeah, you're right about that, if I'm right about it. That's what every civil human being does. Oh, he's not going to be willing to try again another time. I scared the living shit out of him now. Because he knows he thought he was a runner, and he cannot even begin. He laps behind me, he realizes, before he even began the race, you know? And he thought he was a hot shit runner. Now he knows he's a dumb shit runner, you know? He would never win any debate with me that was structured. He doesn't like structured debate. Structured debates prevent what just happened from happening. Structured debate, speech, uh, questions, rebuttal, speech, questions, rebuttal, you know, an actual debate round where each party gets exactly the same amount of time to talk. One party gets a turn to question, and the other person has to answer the questions, and the person whose question is in charge of the Q&A. And then it turns around the switch roles, right? That's the fair and smart way to debate anything. Having these kind of internet conversations with half-wits is not productive. In any actual structured debate, no matter how you structured it, I would be liberated from being accused of just yelling at people or shouting over people or something. Even though I have to shout over him, he's not listening to me, right? I have the exact answer to what he's saying that is definitively answering the question and proving him wrong, and he's refusing to listen to what I am going to tell him. So that's not just a dumb person, that's a bad person. It's a bad human being who does not want to learn anything. Atheist church. We gather here today to not believe in God. Oh, universe, thank you for not having any agency. Thank you for endowing me with the certainty that I need to know that you do not exist, God. And we're going to go help people now, because that's what people who are good do, unlike churches, which are full of bad, dumb people. Atheists are ridiculous. Faith, definitionally, is belief in the absence of evidence or in the face of contrary evidence. Obviously, religious belief is not an affirmation. It's not subject to argumentation accordingly. Because you're conceding at the outset that you're believing in the absence of evidence or in the face of contrary evidence. That's the engine of religion, is faith. So to think that you can somehow make it an advocacy that you argue against is insane. It's a behavior like jogging. Some people jogging is bad, hurts their knees. Some people jogging is great. It helps them feel good and makes them healthy or whatever. You know, the point is people go jogging because they like to go jogging for their own personal subjective reasons, and they don't have to argumentationally affirm it. You know, it's like, oh God. Fucking intellectual rubbish all along the information highway here. That guy is nothing but spewing intellectual rubbish. Well, I mean, no, that guy is not an ENTP at all. Not even remotely. He has no good ideas. He's full of compromise and bullshit. He's concerned about low income people not getting housing. Okay, well, that's a real problem in America. His solution is nothing. His solution is stupid. You try to create these artificially low priced housing options for people instead of just allowing the fact that the rent's outrageous to drive new home building everywhere. You don't allow people to deal with it in a natural way. Move to some place that's a lot cheaper, you know? I mean, if he wants to talk to me again, I'll talk to him again. I'll whoop his ass again. If he's ready to listen, he might learn something. He needs to put on the learner's hat, take off his pride hat, and realize he doesn't know shit. He's no INTP. I mean, his total refusal to engage my absolutely responsive arguments, answers to what he was saying, is proof positive he's no INTP. INTPs would not just be able to ignore that and pretend it didn't happen. They'd say something about it, you know? I don't know what he is, but I know he needs to get off of his pundit box because he's got no business standing on it. Public policy is too important for idiots to talk about. And that guy is not a smart guy. His policy, his policy notions are horrible. Who's not a smart guy? T-Jump. He made some arguments. I was responding to them on point, decisively, determinedly, crushing them, and he just wanted to sweep it under the rug, pretending that I never said that shit. Horrible. And this guy who interviewed me for 20 minutes this morning before he abruptly ended the stream when I went outside to smoke a cigarette. Well, I hope he walks away from that realizing, oh shit, I thought I was hot shit and I definitely am not. Shock value. Him not listening to me is not shocking. Okay? It's just horrible. Him not responding on point, him ignoring all of my ATs is not shock value. It's a horrible human being who refuses to engage discursively in any meaningful way because they're losing every meaningful point. I will also kick his ass on evolution. I saw that was one of his things too. I don't know if he's a Bernie Sanders kind of guy or whatever, but if he thinks the Supreme Court ruling on homelessness isn't relevant to the conversation of whether or not things have to be tested before they can be affirmed, then he's unable to go more than one step intellectually. That's 2 steps. You know, it's like Supreme Court decision, it defines why my homelessness plan what it is. The homelessness plan being what it is a counterexample to his claim that you should never do anything that hasn't been tested before. It's 2 steps. So if he can't make 2 steps intellectually with 3 total things, why is he positioning himself as a smart person? You know, this is the kind of shit that destroys civilization. Is when idiots like him gain the ear of other people and other people think that that guy knows what he's talking about. Public policy is too important for clowns to play around with. I assume that guy was a former debater, had some sort of debate experience. He had never even debated. He has no idea what he's doing at all. He doesn't even like structured debates, even though it's the only way to meaningfully engage a topic. In a debate format. But look, let's change the subject. I'm going to push some water, and it's going to be pretty damn cool. Because I went down to this show yesterday, and I got this big pusher thing. Look at this pusher thing I'm going to show you. Oh my God, what a big pusher thing. Watch that. Yeah. 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 Isn't that great? Yeah. Yeah. And I dug this out to find the drain. And I found it. It was right there. And I dug out the drain, and now all the water is draining away. And we're no longer at risk for flood. And you know what? It's all because of the virtue of persistence. I have learned that, in fact, persistence does have its place in life. But really, you just say, finishing things is a virtue that requires persistence. Because, I wasn't sure exactly where the drain was. I didn't know how long it was going to take me to find it. I was really tired of shoveling, but I didn't give up. And I found the drain, and I saved the day. Well, that was a heart-pumping beginning to the day, yelling at T-Jump. God, if I'm telling you to listen to me, you need to shut the fuck up and listen. Okay? Because I don't just say that for no reason. You're not hearing what I'm saying or not responding to it on point. That's why I'm saying that. And I tell somebody, you need to listen to me. They need to listen to me. It's desperate that they need to do that. They won't, but they desperately need it. You know what T-Jump is? He is the sunshine of my life. Oh, because he'll always be around. Kicking ass and taking names, what I do. I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Of course, that's why you need structure, right? So you don't have two people yelling over each other. I'm obviously going to have to yell at him because he's not listening to me when I'm talking to him in a normal voice. He's going to have to yell because he's desperate to not hear what I'm saying. He wants to brush past his points that I and either not allow or ignore my rebuttals to them. And that is nefarious deeds all about. That's wickedness in the worst sort, of the worst sort. It's funny because this whole thing seems to be that God didn't cure his depression, so God doesn't exist. Well, maybe he didn't pray hard enough. Dear God, please, 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 please cure my depression. Existentiality of God is not something you should affirm or negate. It's silly. People engage with God behaviorally, whether he exists or not is a moot point, right? He exists in that engagement for the purposes of prayer. So that's the only way people ever engage him or the concept of God. So obviously making affirmations and negations about it is incredibly dumb. People should never eat beans. Okay. Yeah. People should never eat beans is an incredibly wrong affirmation because, of course, the question of whether an individual should eat beans is always determined by that individual and never by a general rule. Same thing with religion. Same thing with God, The nature and purpose of God is always determined by the individual engaging God and never in any other way. So, of course, you don't make affirmations about it. It's like saying, everybody should not eat beans. It's just dumb and not getting what kind of things you should make affirmations about and which kind of things you shouldn't make affirmations about. Well, I bet you that one wasn't boring.
I'm looking for a lighter.
Oh, there's a lighter right here.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
There's probably some down here, too. Yep, there's another one.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's see if there's any more down here.
Lighter's like nothing else.
Yeah, it's his favorite food. Um, Honestly, though, I hope God peekaboos him someday and he can be happy in general instead of just banging supermodels. So, T Jump dates supermodels? He would feel better if he wasn't trying to start an atheist church. But if supermodels work for him, cool. Doesn't seem like a long-term strategy, but good for him in some sense. Honestly, though, and he can be happy in general instead of just happy banging supermodels. And then this question. Pics or it didn't happen? Not a question, but you know. Yes, Hulagu Han, I can read your name. Hulagu Han. I read it in voice. You are Hulagu Han. Okay, there. Hulagu Han. Come, let me show you the way of the sword. Seems like something you'd say to somebody named Hulagu Han. I want proof for their supermodels. I bet they're just great models, but not quite super. You know who's a really super model? Me. As I said the other day, I'm a walking catwalk. I'm a walking, talking, breathing catwalk. Look at me, I'm modeling things. This is my hat. This is my shirt. This is my beard. Look at me model. Ooh, 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 ooh. You're Turkish? Wow, you must eat a lot of Turkish delight then, don't you? That's the candy that Turkey made famous. Oh, Turkey, make up your mind. Do you want to be European or Middle Eastern? Atheist church does sound like an oxymoron. I guess the idea is he's in favor of fellowshipping with people, but not about God. But he wants everybody to get together and have some kind of morality lesson each week that excludes any reference to God or explicitly denies God. Well, then how do you know what's moral? You don't need God to know what's immoral, but you do need God to know prescriptively what you ought to do is moral or some other kind of magical thinking thing. You don't like the Muslims. Well, I don't dislike Muslims, but I strongly dislike Islam. Muslims have to be evaluated each independently, of course, but it may be the case that because Islam's so bad, most Muslims have been stunted intellectually, spiritually, individually by their association with it. That might be the case, but I don't know. I haven't met most Muslims, so hard for me to say. I do know that Islam is a backwards pre-enlightenment worldview that is a cancer upon the world. you know, it's pre-enlightenment because they prioritize what they arbitrarily deem sacred over the actual sacred quality of freedom of expression. That makes them horrible. Yes, I'm chemalist. Is that Turkish for a chemistry guy? I don't know what a chemalist is. Chemalist out the words that will explain what chemalist is. Chemalist out the words that will convey what camelists are. Imagine an atheist trying to withhold the original gripe with God, the haughtiness in thinking that we can rule ourselves. Ah, thank you very much. We can do a better religion than religion. I mean, the whole point of a healthy relationship with God is it puts the individual in a place of humility, provides them a directionality for gratitude, and a directionality from which to seek forgiveness for the implicit reality that we are all sinners. Christianity is a great religion. It prioritizes forgiveness as a paramount virtue, which it is the paramount positive virtue. Negative virtues are simply respect of negative rights, and wickedness is the violation thereof. Um, non-consensual things are wicked by and large. Now they have Erdo steering them to Islamism. Who's Erdo? Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. Hi, I'm Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, and I'm your secular Turkish leader. I'm here to say, Turkey, it's just the country name. It's not what we eat. For those of you who were confused. Also, we are like Beirut used to be a long time ago. We're a border country that's kind of Western and kind of Muslim. 50% is not that bad. You get a cliff note on the reason for the title. Yeah, I had a conversation with T-Jump and he was totally a tard. Why is it that the people who talk about debate and debate on the internet aren't actually debaters and don't know anything about it? It's annoying. As a debate coach, it annoys me that this guy who positions himself as a debate expert has never debated and knows nothing about it. So much so that he rejects the idea of structured debates as not cool or something, even though that's the only way to meaningfully debate anything. So, hopefully someone forces him to watch this entire part of this stream in which I trash his ass so that he can take himself down a notch or two, because he has no business talking about politics, being that wrong and caring that little about determinate responses that would prove him wrong, refusing to learn anything. I mean, oh boy, horrible person. Why blame modern media and no use in debate if one doesn't trust their opponent to be honest? No, there's no use in debating that's not structured, because then people get confused. If you do an opening speech, I can write down everything you said and respond to everything you said, right? And then I do an opening speech, you can write down everything I say and respond to everything I say. Then I can respond to your responses, you can respond to my responses. We can have Q&As at some point in it too, where the questioner drives that conversation and can cut off the answer, and then they switch places, right? That's fair. That means topics actually get debated meaningfully. You have an app and an egg, so you know what's actually being debated. I mean, any other alternative is you're just wasting fucking time. You're just wasting time for no reason. Now, let's go outside and shoot something with my BB gun. What are we going to shoot? Well, probably some snow. Snow is a good thing to shoot because you can see where your BB went. Okay. So look, I'm going to show you what I'm going to aim for. I'm going to aim for this right here. I'm going to try to shoot right there. Okay? Let's see if I can hit it. All right. Yeah, it went up there. Do you see? This is what I like about this is you can see where the BB goes. The BB went right here instead of right here. So I was aiming too high. All right, let's try again. My neighbor's walking by watching me shoot the snow. Why do I keep missing? Because you're bad at shooting things, Eric. That's why. I know I'm bad at shooting things. My neighbor's gonna walk by up there. I gotta chat with her for a second. When I see her get to this part of the street. Chad came and scooped out the snow. Chad came and scooped out the snow. Chad came and scooped out the snow. And that's why we had 2 clear drains. I'm glad he scooped out the snow. Because what we really needed were these drains cleared out from the snow. I had to do one myself, you know. And that was the 3rd one back over there. Good morning. I waved to the neighbors. Hindustan. Hindustan? Is that like the Afghanistan for Hindus? Hooray for Hindustan! Hooray, hooray, hooray for Hindustan! Hindus are fine. I don't have any problem with Hindus at all. You know, they have a weird fascination with cows for some reason. But, you know, that's hard enough. You take a Hindu country over a Muslim country 100% of the time. At least they don't treat half the population like chattel. Well, Hindus kind of do a little bit too, I guess. Good morning to you, madam. I am Lord Spunkenpaw. Spunkenpaw. I'm Lord Spunkenpaw. And I'm here to tell you, you've got a lot of pep in your step, mister. Can usually see the line people have traveled in their biases as well. Are you going by a horse, car, bus, train? No. I'm traveling in my biases. I'm so biased it creates forward momentum. That's how biased I am. Well, I went over to T-Jump's place and discovered he's just a B-hump face. Yes, he didn't have anything intelligent at all to say. I wonder if the T stands for retarded. I wonder if the J stands for a joke. I wonder if the U stands for unusually unqualified. And I wonder if the M stands for oh my, 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 my. But I know for sure the P stands for please don't beat me up anymore, host Eric. I'm sorry, I will continue to beat you up. Well, because we can't have wrongertenses out there acting like they know what they're talking about politics. You might convince somebody you're right, for fuck's sake. And you're so wrong, it's like you went to the wrongness distribution center and filled out a bunch of paperwork to acquire the biggest wrongnesses you could, and then said, wonderful, and clung them to your breasts like your baby children. That's how wrong you are. Oh, yes, that's a lot of wrongness. Should you be ashamed of yourself? Yes. After all, you're talking about something important, public policy. If you want to be wrong, talk about fucking astrology. Wonderful, wonderful kitty, having wonderful times. Always cleaning yourself, making sure you got clean lines. Wonderful, wonderful kitty, such a fabulous soft friend. And now it's wonderful kitty petting time again. Just let me pet you, don't walk away. It's petting time, and wonderful, wonderful kitty, having wonderful times. Always cleaning yourself, making sure you got clean lines. But your wonderful kitty is a fabulousness I've never encountered before. And I know that I want to pet my kitty some more. Just let me pet you, don't walk away. It's petting time, hooray! It's been a long time since I played the guitar. I kind of fucked it up a little bit. You know, I forget how to play things, and I got a 4-slot SI, so remembering how to play things is not really right exactly in my wheelhouse. It's like, what is there? I didn't remember. It's very much like that. In fact, it's exactly like that. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Let's stop lying to ourselves. That's my number one request for Christmas this year. Santa, can you make it so people stop lying to themselves all the time? Santa Ana from the east are blowing, driving on this mountain fire. Grant Atlanta had best be going, they'd cut it down to the wire. And everywhere Apocalypse hung heavy, the truck was piling up with ash. Atlanta got the dogs in the Chevy and trying to drop their petty cash. If times are ending, then time is bending. Flames rain down from the sky, while the dogs knock out with Grant exhausted. Atlanta stays awake to cry. 120 out but Labor Day, and that means cooking meat outdoors. Guy got distracted and fire got away. From Bradford to Arcadia, they cursed his name. Fire chased them west and down the incline until they reached the foothills below. Found a room cheap for the night online, at least now they had someplace to go. Tomorrow they'd evaluate their options now that their life had burned away. Atlanta's sister has a place in Laughlin, wasn't really any more to say. If times are ending, then time is bending. Flames rain down from the sky, while the dogs knocked out with Grant exhausted. And right fade away to cry, while the dogs knocked out with Grant exhausted. Atlanta stayed away to cry. Well, it wasn't, I wouldn't call it clean, but it was not terrible, I guess. Oh, Sammy has a story that need be told, and this is a song for the open road, and such a thing must always do its job. She married up Jeb and turned 19, 4 years in and 3 kids, wary now and questioning the past. Agent Agency outpaces discretion. Looking for our courses way too young. The urgency inferred is really just oppression, making sure those underneath them always run. Doug at 25 bourbon fun, likewise Doug at 21, and so forth, well up into middle age. Well, once it seemed to set him free, became his whole identity. Now Doug's about another drunken rage. Agency outpaces discretion, looking in our courses way too young. The urgency inferred is really just oppression. Offer you incentives, but they haven't got a thing that's fun. Everybody's panicked about the kids. Lock 'em up with extra dextrin. Mathematics to produce success, or impose more unjust duress. Agency outpaces discretion, locking in our courses way too young. The agency conferred is really just oppression, making sure those underneath them always run. Without consent, it's really just oppression, by parasites surviving on their wages earned by lying, while they feed their fear of dying. Yes, they feed upon the futures of the young. That was okay. That's pretty good. All right. We're just going straight down the playlist. I'm going to play until my fingers are too sore. I haven't played in a long time, so I'm really out of practice and out of callus. 30,000 days, too many expectations, not even worth a damn. 30,000 nights to sleep off the intoxication, otherwise you won't escape the plan. I've wasted half my days trying another's ways. Who can tell me my priorities? Is there anybody knows the key? 'Cause I think I'm doing it wrong. Want direction and I'm all alone. Wait until I know. Or is that just hesitation? Clarity's no good once your chance is gone. What I need to know is it's so below my station. I'm tired of doing it wrong. I've wasted half my days trying another's ways. Who can tell me my priorities? Is there anybody knows the key? 'Cause I think I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, I think I'm doing this wrong. 'Cause I think I'm doing it wrong. Doing it wrong. Doing what wrong? Singing that song, Tiffany, I'm doing it wrong. You're gonna do all right, then. Okay, maybe next time. Right, probably not. When I was younger, it seemed that everything gleamed. I don't know what happened to me, but I've lost that sense of urgency, and I don't think that I'll ever see it again. If you follow my lead, you'll be a monster than you, and you'll want to know the way to get back out to wherever it was you thought you knew. And tomorrow will be just like today. I'll be lost into it's a matter of mood as much as a matter of will. And the things I do and the direction I go to still seem a part of me, though departedly. And I wonder if I'll ever see them again. Boom ba dee da ba dee da da doo ba dee da 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 doo. Boom ba dee da ba dee da 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 ba dee da 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 doo. That song was called Buttermilk. The next song I'm going to play is called Noise in the Data Stream. Too much noise. Too much noise in the data stream. Loud enough to disrupt everybody's dreams. Frustration between mistakes are made until it seems everybody's just throwing shade. I won't be just another casualty of other people's well-intentioned rules. I used to think that some tomorrow there'd be time for yesterday. It's not the sort of thing that one can borrow. No more willing to lend a day. Day, day, day. Under uncertainties implicit, just like an unexpected visit from a bunch of men all dressed in blue suits. I won't be another casualty of other people's well-intentioned rules. I used to think that some tomorrow there'd be time for yesterday. I fucked that up kind of, but it wasn't too terrible. Gerald has a thought. Gerald has a lot. Gerald has a plot to get the margarine tater tots. He's got a good idea for an name-changing business. Thinking how about what it called Christmas when they hire his firm to change that name. Gerald always thought there'd be chance enough to return to the work left rough. He'd get back to it eventually, but his visions piled up and his plans would interrupt all the work that started off so hopefully. But now his mind is back on his business, thinking of changing factless to listless. So how all the people will shout his name. And Gerald understands ever more clearly now. He won't provide explanation, providing the why or the how. He'll see you and know you from inside your heart. Delighting, exciting, Gerald plays his part. But Gerald still knew, but Gerald still knew there's too much to do, and he had spent time on the underview. Too much to rebut, so where now and what? time spent nitpicking the skew with you. Gerald has a thought. Gerald has a lot. Gerald has a plot. Get to Marjorie's tasty spots. He's got a good idea for a name-changing business. Thinking now about what to call Christmas when they hire his firm to change that name. Gerald has a thought. Good song. I didn't kill it though. I skipped Jesus because it's too high, too hard to sing. Maybe I can sing it low. I'm not sure. I'll try it, but I'll probably quit partway through. If Jesus was people but absent of sin, he must then have struggled with regular men and women, of course, when they too were present. Disciples all warily eyeing the lesson. If people were Jesus, they'd know as they think, and everyone's work would be true, and feelings once spoken would settle and sink, and we'd all know just what to do. But people aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. Easy believing forever is lost. Maybe naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay terrible cost. Does virtue require a rational take, or is virtue that's reasoned invariably fake? Humanity itself just distracts from the flow, or is care better served by deliberate and slow? People aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. The easy believing forever is lost. Maybe naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. The one you thought you knew acts like you never have met. The life you made for two has failed into regret. There's no one unshaken, we all have been shook. But being forsaken don't mean you forsook. And though in the past we've been hung out to dry, and though in the past we've been hung out to dry, we'll find them at last if we're willing to try. But people aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. The easy believing forever is lost. Maybe naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay terrible cost. Yeah, maybe naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. Okay, so I didn't play it right, but you get the gist of it, you know. What's the matter with Chad? Is he terribly bad? Is he really like Dan? He's a terrible man. Is he sort of like Jill, who can't pay her bill? Or rather like Jack, too stuck on the facts? What's the matter with Sue? What's the matter with Sue? What's the matter with Sue? Does she know what to do? Fuck! What's the matter with Sue? Will she know what to do if they bring attitude? Is she showing genuity? Where we go walking. What's the matter? This is hard to play. Fuck. I can't see it very clearly on the screen, so I'm gonna get a little larger. Now I can probably see it. What's the matter with Bren? She's been living in sin. She's been hanging with Jim, who's looking terribly thin. What's the deal with Frank? Hanging fish from a tank. He's colluding with you, and they're talking to Lou. What's wrong with the ladies? What's the matter with men? From the feelings of Katie to the coldness of Smith. They talk about you whenever we go walking. Paths that lead to lesser days. days, paths that lead to lesser days, still spill at the overwatered path. And whoever's left, it's still okay. Just tie the sails to the mast. Are you angry again? More Neville again. Don't bother with Kev, he's practically dead. Just focus on Bert, he's medium hurt. What's the quantity for Liz? Did she fail the quiz? What's the deal with Drew? Wish you know what to do with their bring attitude. Wish you show ingenuity. When she talks about you, whenever we go walking, paths that lead to lesser days, still spell out the overwatered path. And whoever's left, that's still okay. Just tie the sails to the mast. 'Cause each of us is must and gravely sent. Throw up the hands, stiffen the chin. Catastrophe looms heavy overhead again. Time's gone will never be again. Song's hard to play. I'm so out of playing practice as I am now. Super hard to play. This song's easy to play. Every life lived reaches a time when the road splits in two. There are times, hard times, times of despair, and times when it's hard to feel good. That's when I'll look for my sack full of solvency and my satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Satchel of helpful goods. Every life lived reaches a time when the road gets to the end. When I'm there, will there be anybody else around? Or will I travel all alone? That's when I'll look for my sack full of solvency and that satchel filled up with bombs. Yeah, that satchel, now nothing but home. Satchel of helpful goods. 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 Help me out. Help me out, Satchel of helpful goods. I could really use a hand. Amelia, go from that place. Taken to you. The details of his face. Amelia, when you rise above, floating ahead and soaring like a dove, what will they say when they look at you then? Maybe sideways into space you're in. sidelong with your thirsty grin. Amelia, can't you see? You and I will never be. Amelia, yet you're still free. Too much opportunity to leave out in the rain, Amelia. Amelia, we're watching you fail for sure. No matter what we do, Amelia, when you rise above, floating ahead and soaring like a dove. What will they say when they look at you, then moving sideways in the space you're in? Running right along with your thirsty grin. Amelia, can't you see? You and I will never be. Amelia, yet you're still free. With too much opportunity to leave out in the. Too much opportunity to leave out in the. Too much opportunity to leave out in the rain, Amelia. Oh, it wasn't terrible. Wasn't good, wasn't terrible. Oh, he came here with her. And what's the big problem that you can't endure? You seem so sure it's not appropriate claiming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting caught, he's got you. I fucked that up badly. Oh, he came here. Oh, he came here with her. And what's the big problem that you can't endure? You seem so sure it's not appropriate claiming to blame things on Scott. By getting caught, he got you. We're framing for him, straining for him, going to the gym to make yourself good enough again. Yeah, you guys both have love invested. That's not a reason to stay around. But through the years, you've both been tested. Time to move up, find out your ground. Oh, he came here with her. And what's the big problem? Fuck, I can't remember the throwing pattern of this thing.
You forget that.
He came here. Oh, he came here with her. And what's the big problem that you can't endure? You seem so sure it's not appropriate claiming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting caught, he's got you. Refraining for him, straining for him, going to the gym to make yourself good enough again. Be done with him. I fucked that one up royally. See if I can do a better job with this one. A breader job as well. A more bread-like job I want to do. Okay, here we go.
Would you like me to join you on this one?
Sure, if you want to.
I'm not that good at this one, but I will try.
Do you want to try the background on the chorus? Or you want to try
Where's
the
the
main part?
background on the chorus?
Hostilities kept at bay. Hostilities kept at bay.
Okay, yeah.
You're living on a time frame I will never know. Alienation of humanity's soul. Imagine you a future after the collapse, returning to the urgency of isolated past, picking a community free of metaphysics, hunting buffalo while you're picking red delicious, knowledge of the seasons, wisdoms of old, fires blazing in the night to keep away the cold. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way, by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land with Panagami weatherman. Imagining a history that never could have been. You lecture at the college, advancement is a sin, lamenting disconnection and every corporate act, asserting all your feelings and ignoring all the facts. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land with Panagami weatherman. You find modernity just so banal. Wish you had been born any time but now, and your experience won't run afoul of exceptions that you allow. You visualize nobility sipping on some port, or tribes of peaceful savages in beautiful comport. But few of history's people ever thusly did cavort, 'cause life was solitary, nasty, British, poor, and short. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land with Panagami weatherman. With Panagami weatherman. Hostility.
Oh my god.
Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way. That's that good. It's fine. You'll get it eventually.
I know,
You'll
I'm
get it
so
eventually.
sorry.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Alright, let's try this one. No good comes from getting on with them whom you're mistaken for the one. Habituated deep inside indecency, self-inflicted eventually once your search is done. Driving in the car last night, we had a massive fight. Each insisting we were right and the other one to blame. Oh, when we both got done, I screamed something awfully blunt. My words were wrong as they were dumb, so I burned my share of shame. It's each of our own pains, not us doing the nailing to the wall. We fear so the others tailing off to reset their life and all. You can trust me and I can trust you, though neither trust ourselves much true. Love lies deep between you and me, at least about that we can both agree. Driving in the car last night, we had a nasty fight. Each insisting we were right and the other one to blame. So when you pulled that stunt, I screamed something awfully blunt. My words were wrong as they were dumb, so I burned my share of shame. My share of shame. Which is exactly 15 liters of shame. Alright, so you sing this one.
Just brooding here won't do any good. Brooding's more my style. I seek the cheery ways of standing where we stood, 'cause I've been stuck here
Still unsaid.
Still I need get out of me.
Need get out of
What's
me.
inside my head?
The stuff inside of my.
Seems like everybody's so sensitive, ready to just get mad.
Pause. I see the silhouette of acting like a kid. 'Cause
Wants to be the dad. Have we lost our sense of scope and scale? Our capacity to laugh? The sense to know, not to will, and how to typical to have.
I tried to stream this drop and dream the afternoon away, but having new realities bear down on every day, and for a bit
I am out of it,
I'm out of it.
still unsaid.
Still unsaid.
Still I need get out of me.
Need get out of
What's
me.
inside my head?
The stuff inside of my.
Still I'm sad, sad for me, sad for her, happily. But you call sorrow, I call home, lose that secret to the bone.
The bone.
Still I'm sad,
Yes, I'm sad.
sad for me,
Sad for me.
sad for her,
Sad for her.
happily.
Unhappily.
But you call sorrow,
What you call sorrow.
I call home.
I call home. Down to the bone. Still I'm sad. Sad for me. Sad for her. Unhappily. What you call sorrow. I call home. Blues that sink clear down to the bone. Oh well, he's. Oh, Pucker tart. Oh well, he's pucker tart. Lemon squeeze, the friendliest guy that you will see. Yes, he wants to be your friend.
But he comes around the bend, and it will be a while till he sees you again.
He's pucker tart, lemon squeeze.
He's a
Friend to you and me. He's international delights. Favorite go-to right-hand guy. He's international like him and
busy bee, really fun.
the bee. Busy as busy as beaver, and so much busier than pucker tart lemon squeeze. Well, he's pucker tart lemon squeeze. Shabba-doo-ba-da-ba-ba-doo-day. Shabba tart lemon squeeze. Shabba-doo-ba-day. Yes, he's pucker tart lemon squeeze. Shabba-doo-ba-da-da-ba-doo-da. Pucker tart lemon squeeze. Shabba-doo-ba-day. And if you go to visit him for starts, remember to bring something sour or tart. He's not a fan of sugary treats because he's pucker tart and not pucker sweet. Well, he's pucker.
Pucker tart, lemon squeeze. Pucker tart, lemon squeeze.
Well, he's pucker tart, lemon squeeze, the friendliest guy that you will see. Yes, he wants to be your friend.
But he comes around the bend, and it will be a while till he sees you again.
He's pucker tart, lemon squeeze. He's a friend to you and me. He's international delight. Favorite go-to right-hand guy. He's
Just like
and also busy like his friend, the beaver bee. Busiest creature, busy as a bee.
busiest beaver.
And so much busier than pucker tart lemon squeeze. Shabba doo ba da ba ba doo da. Pucker tart, lemon squeeze. Shabba doo ba day. Yes, he's pucker tart, lemon squeeze. Shabba da ba doo da ba doo da. Pucker tart, lemon squeeze. Shabba ba doo da day. Not too bad. I think you'd be great singing that, but you got to learn certain parts of it.
Yeah.
Like the part that goes.
He's an international.
No,
He's
that part, but yeah, but
international like him.
yes, he.
Oh
No.
yeah.
Yes, he wants to be your friend, but he comes from around the bend, and it will be a while till you see him again.
Again.
Yeah, and the other part,
That whole like bunch right there.
Lemons, grazes, bring to your knees. International delight, favorite go-to right-hand guy. International like him, and he is also busy like his friend, the beaver bee. Busiest creature, busy as a bee, and the beaver, and so much busier than Pucker Tart Lemon Squeeze. Yeah, that part you have to go down an octave.
Yes.
It gets too high.
Yeah, it's too high for me.
Oh, that's why that's why. I think I got one.
It's Los Angeles. It's a very cloudy day. Very cloudy day in Los Angeles. And today we run out of time. Struggles past, troubles still to come. Day is nearly done. Can someone buy us some more time?
Cloudy day in Los Angeles. Cloudy day in LA. I'm the sort of evangelist, but I have something to say.
Life can strangely be forgiving for those who stay awake all night. Mostly fun to say, to give in. They'll try to set the will to fight.
So whether I'm supposed to be here or just be soon forgotten, noise is sort of based on what I see here and also on what I avoid.
It's a very cloudy day in Los Angeles. And today we run out of time. Struggles past, troubles still to come. Day is nearly done. Seems to buy us some more time.
Cloudy day in Los Angeles. Cloudy day in LA. I'm no sort of evangelist, but I have something to say. Something to say. And that something is Poe.
Poe? Who are you saying Poe to?
I just saying Poe. To nobody, just saying the word Poe.
You have every right.
I have something to say. Poe.
So can it be interpreted as either poo like poop or poo like the bear?
I heard it. Oh, Poe.
Oh, poo, that's like very 1920s.
Yeah. That's where I come from. All of the times of history. or
All
combined inside
revolutionary-
of me.
Were you there for the Revolutionary War?
Everywhere.
Can we sing So?
Yeah, sure. Let me look it up on the internet. Well, can you go over there and type in
Oh yeah.
Say It Ain't So, chords and lyrics? Good job. Now can you
Thanks.
click that first link? No, the second link. Okay, now I want to change the key to C sharp minor. So I'll do that right here.
Oh, sorry.
You don't need to do anything on this one. It's supposed to be in C sharp. Somebody's honey is crowding my asphalt. Somebody's cold one is giving me chills. I just close my eyes. Oh yeah, alright. Feels good inside. Flip on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy. Something is bubbling behind my back. The bottle is ready to blow. Say so, oh, oh. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say so, oh, oh. Your love is a life breaker. I can confront you, I never could do. That which might hurt you, so try and be cool. This way is a water slide that takes me to take it for the rest of the day. To be cool. Say so, oh, oh. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say so, oh, oh. Your love is a life taker.
Daddy.
Daddy, dear Daddy, I write you in spite of years of silence. Cleaned up around Jesus, things are good. So I hear this bottle of Stevens awakens ancient feelings like father, stepfather. The sun is drowning in the flood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say so, oh, oh. Your drug is a heartbreaker. Say so, oh, oh. My love is a life taker. It's hard to play.
Oh, sorry.
That's a hurt to my fingers, like everybody's time, everybody's business, everybody's rhyme. Want to know to like, we decisively unlike, and my words will never judge. People everywhere gather up, enemies outrage that power. They miss the sign. How do they set their priorities? These foreign backstabbing entities, ensuing heartache and misery flows necessarily from their salvage ways. Insulting, Carson, and Desiree, we're stacked with such petty larceny. We all are winners and losers and cause destruction of the whole down, whole down, whole down, whole down, whole down, whole down world. I can't remember it.
You're rocking.
I don't remember it. I'll have to work on it later. Write it down maybe or something. Here's the final song for you. El Nino, my ass. You call these storms. Those drizzles don't count. I'd drizzle more. Wanna be in the sink, which is just the right height to catch all of the undesired splatter. And when I'm done, I'll go outside and climb a ladder. I will go up there and take me a bucket and pour water inside. And I'll say, hey, Mr. Cloud, rock me from the bottom. Hey, Mr. Cloud, won't you drop it from the bottom? Hey, Mr. Cloud, drop it from the bottom on me. My fingers are so sore now. That's the first time I played guitar in like 2 months. Maybe even a little longer, you know?
You did a great job.
Thanks. You're proud of this job too, especially on Friday in Los Angeles. That was a good rendition of that one.
I thought so too.
We should have high fived like this. High five!
Oh shit, we missed. Not like that.
Okay, well, let's try it again.
Okay.
Fortunately, there's always a mulligan on high fives. You always get at least
There
one.
is mulligan on the high fives. That's
You
good.
always get at least one mulligan on high five. High five!
Yes.
There. We high five.
We
That's how
high-fived,
you know
And
if we're serious about
Yeah.
shit.
we really are.
If you look at my Facebook life events, you'll discover that I actually invented the high five.
Did you?
I was playing a game of Sorry one day. And I rolled a good number. And I said, what are you doing? I said, put your hand against mine like this. Why? I said, I'm going to call it the high five. High fives have existed ever since.
Wow.
Yeah. Gave birth to low fives, medium fives, very high fives. All your fives are now in play since I invented a regular high five back sometime in the 80s playing a game of Sorry.
I would always like to play high five, low five with kids. Like sometimes I would like see if they were like walking behind me, I would like go like this, like high five.
Behind your back,
Mhm.
high five. If I had a finger chopped off, I'd constantly be saying to people, high four.
Oh, that's good.
And they'd say, what?
Let's show us
Okay,
you.
I don't have 4 fingers. Did I say what you were going to say?
Well, I said that it was good because then you're adapting by saying 4.
Yeah, I'm super adaptable like that. I adapt the fuck out of everything.
yeah, you do.
I was so proud of myself for digging at that drain. Oh my God.
Misfortune is blonde.
Misfortune is blonde as a Scandinavian crossed with an Icelandic person. That's very blonde.
Oh my gosh, that's so blonde. Would that make her very fair?
Well, her hair is so yellow, she's constantly being assaulted by gold miners.
And like people who like the story Rapunzel and want to climb her hair.
Yeah. Misfortune is frequently standing by windows from like the second story, and her hair falls out the window. Before she knows it, some guy's gotten a ladder, climbed up, and now hanging from her hair.
Oh my goodness.
Fortunately, she's got very strong roots in her hair and a very strong neck. So she goes like this, ah yeah! And the guy flies up and lands on top of the building.
Wow.
Yeah. But people often ask her, why do you have so many old prospectors around you? They see the glint of her golden hair and they approach with their mule and their pickaxe. By the time usually by the time they get really close, they realize, oh, sorry, I thought you were a gold vein in a hill, but you're a lady with hair. But sometimes she takes a pickaxe right to the back of the head before they realize that's not gold.
I hope that doesn't happen when we go gold mining.
It might. No promises.
Right.
If misfortune's there and I go gold mining, I might very well mistake her for gold. But I promise this, I will check first before I pickaxe.
So you want some of that gold hair for yourself?
No, I don't want the gold hair, I want real gold. But what I'm saying is, before I just impulsively pickaxe everything that looks gold, I'm gonna check to see that it's actually gold and not hair.
That's good. That's like game playing strategy right there.
Yeah. It's game theory. I've mastered game theory.
Where did you get that propane tank?
I got it from the shed last night. I walked into the shed, through the door, and I got that big pusher thing. And I also got this.
Wonderful.
Because it works a lot better than my other torch. Man, my
great.
torch is trash nowadays. Isn't it?
So many like hidden gems.
There's a lot of cool stuff down in the shed.
Oh, in the shed, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff down there.
I have to go.
Last night I used the rain gear that came with the house too. The house came with rain gear. So it came with waterproof pants and waterproof jacket with a waterproof hood on it. I put those over my clothes. I was able to work in the rain without getting wet at all.
You did a great job too. Like, thank you so much for finding that third. That sounds so bad. Thank you for finding that third drain.
Well, thank you, whoever on the stream said to me, you need to dig out that drain. Because I was wishful thinking my way into, we're not going to have any flooding. But whoever said that made it really easy for me to determine what I ought to do. Although I still didn't do it right away. First, I cut a little path through the snow down here and tried pushing all the water this way. And that didn't really work. But because somebody said that on the stream, it wasn't long before I said, okay, Eric, you just got to buckle down and cut a path to and find somehow the drain. I knew approximately where it was, over there somewhere. But what ended up happening is that I dug out a path. I reached a spot which was clearly the low spot in the driveway, so it started going up after that. So then I cut this way when I hit the low spot, and it was 3 or 4 feet that way. 3 or 4 feet of 4 feet of snow is quite a bit of digging. But when I found it, I was so happy.
Mm-hmm.
I was so satisfied that I had actually found that fucking thing, and got it going. Because, it's like once and the plan worked. My plan was, okay, I'll dig a path to it, and then hopefully I'll be able to push water onto this path and it'll gravity the rest of the way to the drain. And it's exactly what happened. It's fantastic. I can't believe it's like the best TE ever for me. I normally fuck that shit up royally. But I nailed it with that drain. So I'm really proud of
with the drain, plus you also got the sandbags and stuff, and
I also got both cars parked in the garage,
yes,
which is impressively big, that garage, because we've
it
got
really
both parked in
is.
there, and yet Rachel and I can still each get out of our doors. So that's a fairly wide garage.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. Very grateful for our home.
Me too. Thank you, God and Jesus, for the many blessings you have bestowed on us.
Thank you, God and Jesus, for the many blessings you have restored us.
And please forgive us for not being perfect and sometimes fucking up.
And please forgive us for the times we fucked up.
I don't want to try to articulate a bunch of specific time. I want a general pass, okay? Alright, what are we actually talking about? All the bad stuff. I don't know exactly what, but just whatever's bad. Just forgive it. A carte blanche, you're forgiven.
Oh my god.
Listen here. I've got the pointing stick.
So wait, I have a question. Why can't that be like one of the Harry Potter wands?
Because it's made out of plastic.
Oh.
Wands are made out of wood. Pointing sticks are made out of plastic.
Yes, they are. You're right.
If I try to use the wand, the magic would come out plasticine. And kazam!
Oh, I think I did see some magic there though.
I might have seen some magic sparkles shooting out from the end of it.
When it was like bouncing up and down.
And I'm going to magically make sure your day is filled with emotional sunshine. And kapowie!
Boom! See that shaking? That's the vibrations.
That's the magic.
Of magic.
Ooh, the magic's really making this thing dance around like ants on a hot tin roof. Dance around like participants in the International Worm Boxing Association. Worm Boxing Championship. Where are my glasses anyway?
I haven't seen them.
Do I have my glasses? If so, where are they? Where did they go? Here are glasses right over here. Even though they make me look queer. Not really, it just rhymed. It just rhymed with it. Wow, who's that guy? This guy right here. What's up with him? What's he doing? Go away, old man. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, am I in the shot? I'm sorry, I didn't know. Can really feel that waveform, baby. You want some magic waveform? Okay. Antenna from my car. No, isn't it? The antenna, the snow broke off of my car. Antenna from my car. I invoke in you the magic of waveform. Okay? Ultra S Super SSJ2 Jeremiah Fisher Unbanned. This is for you. I'm gonna amplify your waveform with magic. Waveform amplification! Do you feel your waveforms amplified? Ooh, Rachel, I'm reading your words right now, and I'm seeing some of your chakras are misaligned. Can I just realign them with my magic stick?
Please.
Okay. Chakra realignment surgery.
Feel much better.
Much better now. Now your back shouldn't hurt anymore. Maybe if you go to the roof, you can pick up some alien communications or summon them. Summon the communications or the aliens themselves. And if they show up, will they be expecting me to have had the event catered?
So, I know this is not politically correct, but I'm feeling Asian right now, so I want to pull some tea leaf cards.
And then I'm politically correct to feel Asian right now. I'm feeling super Asian right now because my race is Chinese currently.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah. Which explains all the panda bears, Because when I get Chinese, panda bears start coming around me. Let's see what your cards say.
Yeah. So who wants a tea leaf card?
This guy right here does.
Okay, Eric's first.
Give me a tea leaf card.
Do you want to pick it yourself?
No, I want you to pick it.
Okay.
Let's see what tea leaf card Rachel picks for me. Tree. Let's see what tree says on it. Affairs with your family. Well, we're having some affairs, aren't we? We're doing this,
Yeah.
And you guys are the extended family.
You are the extended family.
We're having affairs with my family right now.
Yeah.
This is a family affair.
Okay.
Family magic. Now you feel familial closeness.
Furtive baby.
Furtive baby wants a tea leaf. One that's made from a tea plant. These are not really tea leaves. These are something else. They're called cards. This is a rat. Let's see what it says. Who just for furtive baby? Someone working against you behind your back.
Uh-oh.
You should turn around and look behind you. There's a conspirator plotting against you, apparently.
Okay, Misfortune, I promise to we'll pick the cards until we get a positive one.
Misfortune, you got this one. Fire. Strong emotion. Passionate love or hate. You get to choose. Would you like to be passionately loving today or passionately hateful?
That's pretty good.
Let's pull a card for Boba Fett. See what it says for him. He gets the axe. Forces working against you. Oh no.
Oh no.
Wait,
So
let's see what
let's get
forces
another
they
one.
are.
Yeah.
Let's see. What forces are
Let's see
working
the
against
story
Boba Fett?
that unfolds.
I got two of them. Dagger. You're feared, you're fearful, you're worried, you have tense situations.
Oh no.
And then desk. Pay attention to your work.
Interesting.
That is like Jordan Peterson's card.
Yeah, it is.
Ah,
This is Jordan Peterson advice.
well then you really need to pay attention to your work. It's important. After all, somebody's giving you a job, giving you employment.
I have a question. So you know in that song that goes, touching yourself, the girls are wearing like they look lobster claws and stuff. Do you think that's in reference to Jordan Peters' lobster?
No. Aga.
Aga gets one.
You get two.
Hi, Aga.
Right, you get two.
Ooh, two.
You got older man, dealings or relationship with an older man. Well, you're dealing with an older man right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you get V, victory in some endeavor. Well, you succeeded in your attempt to get a card.
You might be succeeding in other places in your life too. Can you pull one for me? Or, how many?
Those woke more with us to plotting a downfall. Plotting a downfall tonight. Karma's pimp. You get barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life. Perhaps love, money, or goals. Isn't everybody get barrel? Except ENTJs and ESTJs.
Yeah, really. I mean, these cards are kind of like that.
Everybody's got a little bit of barrel in them. I've got something lacking in my life. Goals is the one.
I definitely lack goals too.
Well, then we have some goals nowadays. We're getting married. We're marrying some people.
Yeah. So we need to get an officiator or whatever. What's it called?
What's the person who marries you called? Not an officiator. It's like the thing that the general term for like a priest or like pastor or whatever, the person who does the thing. What's that called? Somebody tell us the word. Somebody tell us the word that we're looking for.
What?
Whoever tells us the word we're looking for, this card is for you. Key.
See? You're the key to finding out.
No, a person presiding over a wedding.
Oh. What does key say?
Successful outcome to your problems.
See, you guys are the sixth.
Magistrar. That might be technically correct. So this card might apply to you, but that's not a word we're looking for. Not presider of the ceremony either. Marrying guy.
Yeah, we need so we need a marrying guy. We should probably
a marrier.
Do that like soonish.
Well, this is our card for that question. Wheel.
Okay, let's see what it says.
Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Well, I guess you're right. We have not been indecisive lately at all, though. That card's saying, don't be that. C-tip. C-tip can marry people. C-tip stands for Club T.I. Polar.
When was your parents' anniversary?
It was sometime in August, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. They got married in August. Listen here. If you don't want me to hit you with this stick, you better listen to me. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to hit you with this stick. C-tip. Yeah. Well,
Officiant?
Officiant sounds close.
Yeah, it does sound close.
But it's not the word I was looking for. Officiant. I guess she's right. Maybe that was the word I was looking for. I don't know. Officiant.
Well, that's what we should book, because
The justice of the peace.
How many months away is it? So
it is currently March. So we've got April, May, June, 4 months away. It's coming pretty quick.
Yeah, we gotta pick caterers.
I think midwives should also marry people.
That would be great.
They have a combination of this kind of like old school jobs. They could provide herbs and spices for you for bullshit health remedies. They could make you have your baby eat better. They can be wet nurses too. They will breastfeed people's babies.
And just generally like make people feel cozy.
It should be witches, basically. Do all of the witcheries, which includes all the ceremonial things. Because ceremonies are witcheries, really. You know, when you try to do it a certain way, like, well, we walk down here, and then your dad says, here's my daughter, you can have her now. And I go, okay, thanks a lot. And then we promise them, yeah, and we put rings on each other, and yeah. That's trying to follow a scripted ceremony that's supposed to, if you wait till winter, then Parson Brown. You're right. That's a good point, Olga. It's currently, if we had just, we could move it up till right now, and then we could have Parson Brown do it.
Yeah, that would be great. And Parson Brown did it.
But usually he's only really available right around Christmas.
Yeah. And I don't really want to like mess with Christmas. I want to stay away from that.
I don't want to mess with Christmas.
No.
Christmas will pull out a gun. I don't want to mess with Christmas. Christmas ain't the one, ain't the one.
Ain't the one.
Christmas from the hood, from the streets. Christmas know how to use his feets. Don't fuck with Christmas, or it'll fuck with you. And at the time it's over, you'll be through.
Well, Congressman, why are you telling Boba to shut up? That's kind of mean.
He still got Mabel puppy, or will the judge decide? Very sad, the whole thing. I don't know what you're talking about. Karma's pimp, don't say shut up, don't shut up. That's not nice. Wait a minute, that's not nice.
Yeah.
Shut up. Wait a minute, that's not nice. He didn't say shut up, Boba. He said shut up, Baba. Maybe he is talking about a different person named Baba. That's what I suspect. Don't worry about it, Boba Fett. He's talking about Boba Fett. Boba Fett is, you don't really see him around much, but he's terrible, so,
Karma's pimp gets a card.
Holy Ninja, it's streaming Fortnite right now. Got to go. Goodbye.
This is for Karma's pimp. It's good advice.
Carmen, you got scales. Keep your life in balance, dude. Keep it in balance.
Yeah, keep your balance.
Put oil in your car every once in a while. Don't eat nothing but chicken nuggets all the time. Carmen's man, all he ever eats is chicken nuggets, and he doesn't even use any dipping sauce.
Ooh, one for Winston's mom. I didn't know she was still here.
Winston's mom, you get a card. Winston's mom, it's taking you far. It's a card from the tea leaf place. Dark woman. Dark woman. Do you think a relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair? Dark woman. Dark woman. Rachel, do you think you have dark hair?
Sometimes I do.
I think it's dark right now.
Yeah.
It's pretty brown.
Mm-hmm.
Ari wants 3 cards for the rest of March.
Okay.
All right. For the rest of March, everything is going to be all about these 3 things. Meow. 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 Okay. Nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. We love you in an emotionally secure way. Aga. We do. So you got that. You got that already. That box already checked. Bread. Period of prosperity and abundance. Ooh, law.
Yeah.
But then also, chair filled. Someone new is entering your life.
Ooh la la, what a nice read for Aga.
I wonder if that someone new will also be entering her vagina.
Uh-oh. You went there.
I did. Maybe it's a dating option. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So there you go. That will define the rest of your March. 100% certainty. Yes, I unbanned Jeremiah Face. He could go back to being Jeremiah Face, but now he's gotten used to being Ultra Super SSJ too. Look, I'm a unicorn. Look, I'm a prop comic.
It is.
No, I'm Hitler. Oh.
Well, you'd be creating a nest. You're nesting with like your family, and then you're gonna meet someone new.
Because your nest, it needs a mess. It needs a nest. Your nest, it is the best. Because your nest, it is the best place for you to get laid.
And you're gonna be in a period of prosperity and abundance.
You're gonna be buying shit left and right. I want that shirt. I want that cup.
Shirt.
I want that thing over there. What is it?
You really do know shopping.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my god, it's funny. I like your emojis.
Are you face palming me? I'm very angry. You're trying to face palm me. All right, I'll just say, I only want. There, I hope that was clear. Um, you need to stop disrespecting my identity as a fake dead person.
Oh, so now you're not Chinese anymore. You're a fake deaf person.
I'm a fake dead Chinese person.
You're also Chinese.
American born.
Wow.
Okay, so now let's pull some tarot cards.
Yeah.
Those two.
What kind of which ones do you want to pull?
I want to pull whatever deck you pick. Pick a deck that's not small to make it easier for me to see it. Doesn't have to be big. Don't pick it with little tiny ones.
These are the best.
Okay.
Tarot cards. Oh my gosh, that looks so funky.
Is there anybody going to want me to pull some cards from this tarot deck tonight for you? I guess the first card perhaps it should now go to Rachel. Yes, that's exactly what I'll do. Oh, girl.
Ooh.
You got victory. And now, I'll go on 3 cards to describe her future lover. Ooh,
Okay.
This one popped right out. Maybe somebody you knew a long time ago.
Yeah.
Maybe that boy from 3rd grade who was always tugging on your ponytails.
Yeah. Usually represents a soul. It's some people represent it as a soulmate card. Doesn't say it on there, but yeah.
It's the 6 of Cups.
6 of Cups. Hey, Ludafe.
Now, we're right now the tarot signs everything we know about Aga's new lover. New
Oh my
future
gosh.
lover. You got this one.
These cards are backing up the tea leaf cards.
The 3rd one.
So yeah, you
this
get
one's
the
already
lover.
poking out. Look, it's already poking out so much. What is it? But even though he's the right guy, you've got doubt. You've got doubt like a trout. Oh, doubt that they're salmon. Okay, so that's everything you need to know about Arga's love life. She's with the right person, but she has her doubts. She's on guard. She's protecting her tender heart from being broken.
I would say, since it's a 9 of rods, 9 is like you're still close to the end. Like,
Well, it says on guard, resistant, wounded, doubt, go frauds.
9 of rods.
Oh, 9 of rods. Honestly, I already know. It's just this card says the word reunion on it.
Yeah.
But it could mean a spiritual reunion.
Yeah.
Spiritually, you were meant to be together. So it's like you're reunited even though you never met before.
Yes.
Now you gotta be
And
interpretively vigorous.
You've got
here.
one of the biggest relationship cards in the deck.
Little people make each other go home.
Yeah.
So close your eyes if you don't want to see intimacy time.
Yes. Close your eyes.
Alright, now.
Who's next?
Next.
Is Lou?
Lou. Oh, well, now for the baby ass. Can I know about my Brutus? Is that your future lover or current lover? First card you get, benefit, reward. You can even know. Which card is this one?
6 of Pentacles.
6 of Pentacles. Okay, so
Generous, increase.
I guess you're gonna try to impress this person by buying a fancy dinner. But you're gonna need a lot of patience. Ooh. Here's the strength card. It's also called the patience card. You gotta be patient with the lion.
Yeah.
Let it come over and say, "What's up?"
And then you like
Pet it a little
pet its
bit.
neck. Yeah, that's what she's doing in it.
But don't try to get it to get your own blood off. And all the teeth are so sharp. And journey. Unknown.
Of cups. 8 of cups.
A journey into the unknown. The final frontier. Here on the Starship Enterprise.
So what do you think? What story does that tell?
It says this conspirator relationship has a benefit, requires patience, but you're journeying into the unknown as to what kind of benefit that's going to be, actually.
Good,
I think about
good.
that.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
Now let's find out something important about Lou. Oh, pretty baby. Okay, Lou, you are so vivacious. You're vivacious. You're extroverting yourself right now. You're full of fiery energy. And gracious as well. Gracious.
Gracious. She is very gracious.
Very gracious.
She just stay.
That's your first card. Your second card.
Ooh, the second card.
Let's see what comes out. This one right here.
Ooh.
You are getting married.
Maybe that can mean our marriage. She's got a wedding to go to.
Their name is Exochilt.
Yes, your cat is on that card. Is true.
Rejoice, bliss, family, happy. Maybe it's like you coming to our wedding.
Yeah, that's how I
It's
interpret
a little
it.
far in the future
you
for
might-
the terror
I
and
mean,
be
who
coming.
knows?
You never know.
You know, yeah, you might meet someone. You might have good times with your family.
I think Lou's gonna get married to somebody named Exochilt. And the last one.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. Maybe you're not gonna end up getting married to Exochilt. Maybe you and Exochilt will reach an impasse. Stalemate. Defeat. Obstinacy. 5 of Swords. Stuck. Fixed. Not fixed as in repaired, but fixed as in unchanging. Yeah. So basically, just tell Exochilt no. You're not interested. That's my take on it.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see who else is getting cards. Misfortune.
Misfortune. 3, 4, misfortune.
These 3 cards are for the rest of today, the afternoon, the evening, and the night. The afternoon for misfortune. Intuition.
Ooh, one of my favorite cards.
Feminine energies. Sense, feel, omens, vibes. High priestess. That's for the afternoon. This is all Pacific Standard Time. All times of the tarot are done in Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time.
So, you know, there's 11:22. Now, this card starts at noon, okay? This card starts at 4 or 5 p.m. Partnership, vision, path, plan, aligned, kindred, 2 of rods. Those are all the words it says.
Yeah.
Now the evening part.
Yeah, well, I did as best I could. I really started getting mad, because I hate
Yeah,
that shit.
but the.
On your third one.
Oh my gosh, it came out
Let's come on
again.
again. You need to pet your lion on top and under his chin till he sticks his tongue out again and then say, "Give me a lick, babe." So,
Nice
misfortune,
read.
there you go. That's for your afternoon, your evening, and your night. Your night's going to be a little slow. It's going to require some patience. Oh, Ruben's
Hey,
here.
Ruben R.
Ruben, you get a few cards
Yeah.
too. This is for.
He muted you? Oh my gosh.
I don't know what
Just
is
because
that?
he hadn't. He like asked a good question. Ruben R. like was like, why did you mute? Because at one point you were making an argument and T. Joan put you on mute. So Ruben R. was like, well, if he's trying to make an argument, why are you putting him on mute? And look, stoicism is not like. I mean, people have emotions, and when you're not being listened to.
I mean, I expect somebody to. I do them the courtesy, the basic human courtesy of responding to what they're saying. They should respond to what I'm saying.
Who's this for?
Um, it was for. It was going to be for
Ruben R.
Ruben R. Right. Your first card is Inventory Accumulate Count. 7 of Pentacles. Effort. Reflect. Count. Pause.
It's a time of.
Why do they have effort and reflect in the same card? Effort doesn't seem to go with these other words.
I think it means like patience, like effort in your time. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay, well, that one is the 7 of Pentacles.
It's more reflect.
Okay. Now, Ruben R. Yeah. You also get this one.
Ooh.
This is the
Page of Pentacles.
Page of Pentacles. Perk. Bounty. No. Bonus. Royalty. News gain. Payment. Oh, so, someone's going to give you $1.
Not a bad thing to have.
No. And your third and most important of all of the cards, because it comes last, it's this one. Come on, deck. Pull a card for me. Tell me which one it is.
Getting that cheddar.
Which one is it? Which one is it? Which card is it that Ruben's going to get? Is it going to be? Is this one here? Okay, pop right up. Page of Swords.
Oh, cool.
It says conversation, mental, story, gossip, media. Well, that's what we're doing right now. We're gossiping about teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, my, come back. Because you are dumb, but you think you're smart. You don't know anything about the art of debating yet. You say you're debating stuff. Right.
Yeah, I agree with what Ludife has to say about the 7 of Pence. In part is about assessing your efforts thus far so you can adjust.
I realized recently that my baseless speculation is the name, gossip. Okay, the next card is for Boba Fett.
The Hanged Man.
You are hanged man Fortunately, you were hanged by the feet and not by the neck, so you're fine. You just gotta chill down, make a figure four with your legs, grow a halo, and you're right on track. Let's see about your next card, Boba Fett. Let's see about it. How about this one? Transition, voyage, boat ride to the Meow Meow Town.
But where to the Meow Meow Town with people that you know?
Voyage, tour, go, depart. It's the Six of Swords. Now, the next card for you is the best kind of two. It's the Queen of Swords. Cunning, shrewd, sociable, chatty. Queen of Swords.
It's so good. You're doing so good. Could we do one for us?
Did I do one for you yet?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
And then I'll do one for you.
Here's the first card.
Ooh.
Three of Pentacles. Apprenticeship.
Build, tools, school.
We are at homeowner school right now.
We are homeowner school right now. And I definitely learn. This is definitely a learning environment for me.
Second card. Chariot evolution. You're the final evolution of Charizard, baby. Passage, achievement, roll, rise. Now, for Rachel's third and final card. What will happen? What will she get? What will she know? What will be? Who is the Meow and why is the Mew? Everyone look, and see. Not this one, it's this one.
Ooh, another major arcana.
It's the Noom. Oh wait, I'm reading it backwards. It's the Moon. Dreams, emotions, rose, haze, moon, escapism, unconscious. 18. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that is.
You got moony dreaminess plus moving along, achieving kind of evolution, plus you're learning a bunch of shit. It all goes together just fine.
Yeah, it does. It really does go well together.
Like fish and chips and vinegar. Okay. Now, next I'll do me. This
You'll
one
do
here, yes, this is one of them. And
can I interpret them?
sure, this one here, and yeah. First card, partnership, that one.
We are very much in a partnership.
We are.
And it's something that is like dominant in our current situation.
A partnership between a man and a woman? Next, this upcoming fall TV season, a hilarious new sitcom, Rachel and Eric partnership, will be showing on CBS. Let's see the next one. Action Speed.
Well, I mean, did you take your Adderall yet?
I did. Would you like some?
I took some.
Oh, you already
actually.
took some too? Okay, good. I also pulled up this one for no reason.
Oh my gosh, that's like the whole of you.
And I'm Melon!
Oh my gosh!
Wow! True
Wow!
wow. Results in true marriage. Das? Right, das, yeah.
I also like Delilah and April.
Yeah. Oh, her answer to my question. I'm not gonna, I guess I'm gonna try to not share personal stuff
Oh,
about
yeah.
life. She gets fussy about it, but
No, I even wanted to do a reading for her, but
oh, that's alright for her, sure.
yeah.
That's fine.
Okay,
We don't have to disclose anything personal.
true.
Alright, I'm reading for Delilah. Yeah. That's the show's title. Yeah. Turd jump. That'd be a good event at the Special Olympics. Get a regular person on a motorbike like Evil Knievel and see how many Special Olympics participants you can jump over. Okay. Who is this for? Crown Pimp or what? Or Delilah?
Delilah.
Stalemate. Yeah. What is this one?
5 of Swords.
5 of Swords. Let's see. What else? Queen of Cups.
Just getting into her feelings.
Hopefully I got confidence.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're good feelings.
She's
That's,
a vibrations expert.
she is.
What card is that one? Queen of
Queen of Rods.
Queen of Rods, rods. Winston's mom these cards. Maybe that Winston's mom yet.
No, I haven't.
Okay, Winston's mom. What metric to great success for the charge jump? Height, enthusiasm. No, quantity. Quantity of charge jumped. Justice! The first card is Justice! Oh, that was a good value to uphold. Your second card
Ooh.
is Soulmates.
Wow.
And your third card is Three of Pentacles. You've got to learn from the master because you the apprentice. Learn about tie-dye and some shirts.
I think you're close to Aghanim. I think someone, I think she's very much involved in World of Warcraft, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's been some.
Well, right now she said she was gonna move in officially on Wednesday, which was yesterday, or 2 days ago. So she just moved into her new pad. So,
Yeah, that's great.
you know,
A nice read for Winston's mom.
nice job, Winston's mom.
Yeah. So.
You just gotta learn how to screen print things, and you're golden. Because your new soulmate is a screen printer. He's the mailman that you never met before today. He's gonna stop by your house to give the mail. But delivering the mail is his passion. Screen printing is his passion. And what you're gonna do, Winston's mom, is learn how to screen print, and then once you've done that, attain the justice of marrying him.
So we will make our wedding guests wear screen printed shirts of pictures of us. I never do that.
I attended the Strauss wedding.
Oh my god, people who like think about their outfits for weddings would be like, you're making me wear this? Like, we're pregnant. But it's like, it's funny.
We're pregnant with our pauses.
We're pregnant with ideas. Oh, that is the pregnant pause.
Are you sure? Look at the card of pregnant pauses.
literally about pausing.
Temperance. The card of pregnant pauses. And prickly porcupines. I think we should eat some food now.
Sure.
In the stream now. And maybe watch something on TV now. What do you think?
That sounds good.
Okay, let's do it then. You beautiful, wonderful, delightful, loving friends. You spectacular people. I just want to take a moment to tell you all, reach inside your butthole for a second and reach around in there. What do you find? Gold. The gold of your good soul. Go ahead and stroke it gently. And remember, I'm a good person. Good night, good luck, and goodbye.